Hello children, a very warm welcome to the virtual session again. So let us see what are we going to do today. We are going to do continuation of revision of chapter 4 heat. So today's concept we are going to learn uh, mode of transfer of heat. We are going to learn convection because conduction we had finished in a previous session. So we are going to revise convection today. What is transfer of heat? Heat flows from a body at a higher temperature to a body at a lower temperature. This is called transfer of heat. Heat is transferred in three different ways. They are conduction, which takes place in solids, convection, which takes place in liquid and gases, radiation requires no medium. So, we will see today how convection takes place. What is convection? Convection is heat transfer by mass motion of a fluid such as air or water when the heated fluid is caused to move from the source of heat, carrying energy with it. Convection above a hot surface occurs because hot air expands, becomes less dense and rises. So this is the basic law of convection. The process by which heat is transferred in liquid and gases from the hotter part to the colder part in a simple language is defined as convection. So it's actually a mass motion of a fluid such as air or water when the heated fluid is caused to move away from the source of heat. Here in this diagram you can see around bottom flux. You take water and you heat it. There is a mass motion of the fluid when you are heating it, and it causes to move away from the source of heat, carrying energy with it. So it is carrying energy with it, and the hot surface occurs because hot air expands. So here the hot water will try to rise up, and the water at a lower temperature will try to take its place, which will develop a current, convection current. So this is how water is heated. Similar a process happen here in the saucepan when you heat water. So here the concept of convection should be clear with you. Now the activity is described here. Take some water in a round bottom flask, keep it on a tripod stand, put a crystal of potassium permanganate in it, heat it with a burner. Potassium permanganate crystal is added to actually see the process clearly, to see the movement of water in the round bottom flask. Therefore, potassium permanganate is violet color crystals, and when you add in water, it will give water will become violet. So that movement of water becomes, because water is transparent completely, and it's colorless. Water is colorless, so you need to know the movement. That's why you add a crystal of potassium permanganate to observe the uh, change in water when you start hitting it, how the process happens and what happened to water gradually when you heat it. That's why crystal of potassium permanganate is added. The water at the bottoms become hot and rises up, so you can see the rising water because it becomes a colorful water, and cold water from the top moves down. This water becomes hot and rises up, and cold water from the top moves down. So this process continues until all the water gets heated. This shows that heat is transferred by convection. This is how you do an experiment to show the process of convection. You need not write it again because it's a revision session, children, for you. You just go through the video for the reinforcement and to clarify your concepts. Now you will see convection in air. How convection in air takes place. The air near the heat source get heated and rise up. The air from the sides move into takes its place, and in this way the air gets heated. If you keep one hand above a flame and one hand on the side of the flame, the hand at the top will hot because the air above is heated by convection. The hand at the side does not feel as hot because there is no convection. So convection on the top of the flame, if you keep, you will feel the heat because heat is transferred to your hand through convection, but on the side you will not feel that hot because uh, heat, there is no convection. So this is how you can prove heat is transferred in air through convection. So this is how you prove it, children. You just have to go through these concepts again and try and understand how this convection process takes place. Now, sea breeze and land breeze. Due to convection of heat in air, naturally there is a sea breeze and land breeze. This process we will see over here. How sea breeze and land breeze develop naturally. So, sea breeze. What is sea breeze? What happened during the day? The lands get heated faster than the sea. Do you all agree with this, children? Yeah, the land gets heated faster than the sea. So the air above the lands get heated, become hotter and less denser. When it becomes hot, it expands. Expanding means it will become less denser and it rises up. And what will happen? The cool air from the sea move towards the land. So the cool air from the sea will move towards the land because hot air is rising. So some air should take place, or some gas should take the place of the hot air. So what happens? The cool air from the sea will move towards the land. This is a natural process. This is called as sea breeze. So it is clear with the picture over here, the diagram over here, how hot air from the land will expand and move up, and the cool air from the sea will take its place, and this will set a convection current of air. These two, the convection of heat, and this happen in daytime. This is called as sea breeze. Then land breeze. During the night, sea cools down slowly. So, what happened during night? Sea cools down slowly, then the land. What happened then? So, the hot air above the sea rises up and cool air from the land moves towards the sea. So, this is the reverse process. What happens in the sea breeze? Uh, Completely opposite of the reverse process happen in land breeze. During night time, sea cools down slowly, then the land. So the hot air above the sea rises up and the cool air from the land moves towards the sea. This is called as land breeze, and this takes place at night. So here the diagram clear with you, children. So warm air you can see rising up from the sea, and the cool air from the land taking its place. So like that, convection of heat takes place naturally, and this happens in night time. This is called as land breeze. The diagram should be clear. You can see the picture over here, the movement of air. So this is again daytime and night time. Daytime you will have sea breeze, and night time you will have land breeze. This picture should make your concept clear about the convection of heat in air, that is a gas. So convection takes place in liquid and gases. So here we are learning convection of heat in air, that is also a mixture of gases. So here you can see this picture. So assignment was given in the previous session when we have done this chapter. This is a revision session. You need not write this again, just go through it. It will be a reinforcement, a drill for you. Which of the following heat flow situations pertains to free or natural convection? Air conditioning installations and nuclear reactors, flow of water inside the condenser tubes, cooling of internal combustion engine, cooling of water in atmosphere. So these concepts which we have learned, you can apply this for these questions and try to get the answer. Give two examples of convection in everyday life. You see convection in your day-to-day life. Here you have to give any two examples. And next one, write one point of difference between conduction and convection. One point of difference you can write definition of conduction and convection, a very simple point of difference you can write, just one point of difference. Now you will have a video on convection of air. Please do watch a video and try and understand the concept more clearly. In that video it will be explained to you very clearly. Thank you children. Please kindly watch the video, clarify your concept. Thank you again children. Have a wonderful day.
Applications of convection currents. Chimneys. Smoke and gases from factories and houses rise up the chimneys due to convection currents. Winds. Winds are convection currents. Trade winds are caused when hot air from the equator rises and cooler air from the north and south takes its place. Monsoons. These are winds which blow due to the difference of temperature between the heated land surface and the surrounding oceans. Land and sea breezes. Water is cooled and heated more slowly than the land. Hence, temperature variations among oceans, lakes, and rivers are not very much. The property of water to heat up and cool down slower than land is responsible for sea breeze in coastal areas. During the day, land heats up more than the water in the sea. The warm air above the land rises up. This causes cool wind to blow from sea to land. At night, land cools faster than sea. This causes cool winds to blow from land to sea. It is because of these winds that coastal areas are neither very hot nor very cold. Ocean currents. These are convection currents in the sea. Fume cupboards. Fume cupboards in chemistry laboratories have a chimney. Hot gases from burners rise up in the chimney and are sucked out of the laboratory along with the chemical fumes by an exhaust fan. Motor car cooling system. Convection helps car radiators cool the water heated by the engine. Hot water supply system. In domestic hot water supply system, circulation of water is by convection. Ventilation in houses. Ventilation in houses is provided keeping in view that the air we breathe out is hotter and lighter. Ventilators at the top provide outlets for this warm air, while fresh air enters into the room through doors and windows.